The story of Renya Gouto. Sakura High School, final battle a few weeks earlier. Well, this isn't 2064.
What do you think you're doing, Gouto-kun?
A loop collective memory, something like characters remember something that they did in another loop.
I believe I told you using the gate is prohibited.
I think so, but I don't know, it's unclear, because I think the thing that's tripping me up is we haven't actually been able to go back to the Karabe one to go to the cafeteria, because it got locked out almost immediately, and I couldn't go back to it. So let's see what Goto's got with Morimura.
Tell me, Miss Morimura, is history one of your better subjects? I have some theories myself. I'd like to know if they're accurate. For example, the true location of the lost nation of Yamataikoku, and the truth behind the Honnouji incident, how Oda Nobunaga really died. Unfortunately, my paper in middle school was bound to the failures of our historians.
The strange thing may be that they aren't like, wait, how the fuck do I know that one if I wasn't there? But the problem is that a lot of the stuff where they say that they weren't there has been given to them in dreams. So someone knowing something is not, there is not a prerequisite to say they were actually there.
In theory, I could update it into a full report. In theory, at least. A shame that the gates are locked to specific points in time.
What are you really working towards?
It's simple. I want to know the truth.
Are you alright? This isn't like you.
That implies an understanding of what is like me. Or at least, that you believe you understand me.
See, this is Morimura talking to Gouto, very familiar-like. So this lends more credence to the idea that this is actually Tetsuya Ida, but younger.
That's not the point. You need to stop using the gate. I'm going to seal this place off.
Sounds like you've got something to hide.
I don't know what you're...
Wait. Perhaps a personal notebook seems a bit archaic, but it does present certain advantages. Digitized data can be altered, fabricated, falsified. No intelligent person should trust it. But you already know that, don't you?
Which is why the notes on Juro Izumi are written down on paper?
You are acting strange, after all.
I hardly think you're in a position to talk. If anyone's changed, it's you. I can only wonder why.
What are you?
Miss Morimura, my question is, who exactly are you?
It's a very good question, because she can be 4 people at once. Morimura, shortly after the meeting, Shikishima Tech Lab number 6. They're different people!
So, did the scout unit have anything for us?
Okay, so yeah. Tetsuya Ida and Gouto are not the same person, clearly. And not even, like, same person but in a different time period but traveled back in time to the same period kind of thing. No, actually different people.
Well, the surface is a total loss. The automated factories are all running at full capacity.
They're mass-producing Kaiju.
Hey, getting used to everything?
The technology itself isn't so different from 40 years ago. The real surprise was finding that it's all been integrated into one unified system.
You sure don't seem like someone from your time.
How are things looking?
About like we expected.
Naturally.
All the nuclear plants are stable. Seems like it's the same for other countries, too.
Defensive measures. They want to ensure nothing interrupts production.
Automated factory added to the thought cloud.
You sure don't seem like someone from your time.
So, these factories, are they particularly large?
It's more about how they got totally automated. That was back in 2080. They started functioning as part of a network instead of individual units.
A worldwide network comprising 1.2 billion factories, all fully integrated and synchronized. Based on a client's request, the computer designs a blueprint. From there on, everything is fully automated. Assembly, production, even cost-effective ordering of parts.
What I mean, the knowledge they get in a branch carries over to another, and the knowledge may be a direct thing they do. Yes, I guess so. Maybe. But I don't know. The flattening of the timeline or the closing of the loop hasn't happened yet, so we don't know necessarily what the rules of the time travel are. Because again, all the different references to time periods is actually done through different worlds. Was he looking at the camera when saying that? I mean, they're all looking off into the corner, I think, rather than the camera.
The human element was no longer necessary for those processes.
So it's a manufactory that can mass-produce anything on a global scale.
Gouto-kun, are you holding up?
These grand revelations don't really faze me anymore.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to it.
They all function as part of a unified global manufacturing network. By its protocols, all 1.2 billion factories worldwide remain in automatic, perpetual production. And their sole output are these mechanized kaiju, which we know as the D-forces.
Why not Deimos?
We checked on the plants in Kolkata and Chennai.
Since they're the largest plants of this era and all.
Their production rate has doubled over the last 3 days.
Just like last time. The timing matches up too.
Not long now. They'll make their move soon.
Morimura-san, regarding my home time, that is, the year 2064,
He's from the future!
you're certain we'll face a similar attack?
We don't have long until they appear in 2064.
Well, you have however many years it is from now until then, don't you?
That much we know. It'll be just like last time.
No, not quite. This time, we have the Sentinels.
True. Anything on your end?
Loosely speaking.
We managed a partial data dump from the underground mainframe. Gouto-kun?
It's an archived news report concerning a certain scandal. More important, though, is its date of recording.
When's the data from?
The year 2188. In other words, far in the future.
Is this one of the transmissions from Miura and Minami?
Even more so than our current temporal position, 2104.
Oh, okay. Wait. They're in 2104 now, and they're talking about an attack on 2064? So, it's already happened?
Let's see it.
Future scandal has been added to the thought cloud, but I can't consider it. And Kisaragi has not been remade into an android yet.
Before dawn on the 20th, 8 Newman Inc. executives were taken into police custody. Charged with human trafficking and illegal cloning, their established motive was to tamper with human memories. Authorities consider this an organized effort and are pursuing further charges. Mind-hacking crimes have been on the rise in recent years.
Mind-hacking crimes.
By exploiting nanomachines such as interlocutors, malefactors can overwrite stored memory information in cerebral synapses.
So, the magical gun that Yakushiji shoots people with is, in effect, putting nanomachines into the bodies.
This technique has recently been used to enable other associated offenses.
Yeah, mind surfing, kind of, actually.
These arrests come after a string of similar cases, including culprits criminally downloading memories onto another body.
So there's the idea that Izumi lost his memories and Morimura implanted others there. So that's the method of which it can be done. Would there be a reason to put false memories into one of the, the protagonists?
Evidence suggests these are attempts at a kind of technological reincarnation, and we've already seen more than 460 arrests connected to this practice.
Ooh. Implanting Tomi Kisaragi's memories into the android. And then Tamao can also have the same kind of thing as well.
A log concerning the scandal involving Newman Inc. The report is dated 2188.
Yeah, way off into the future.
Some of their executives were taken into police custody. The crime in question was apparently attempting to use nanotechnology to, in theory, take over physical bodies.
I didn't know it was even possible to download memories.
I mean, this is 84 years in the future compared to where you are. But also, you created Sentinels, so... I guess the Sentinels were made in between 2104 and 2188?
The crime apparently occurred in June of 2188.
Ida-kun.
That's not all. Let him finish.
Regarding this Newman, I found one more log that could be relevant. This report is from March, about 3 months prior to the other log.
Future merger.
Newman Inc., the tech giant known for interlocutors, has been acquired by Shikishima through a takeover bid.
Bom bom bom.
Shikishima's CEO had this to say.
Nanotechnology has made leaps and bounds over the 22nd century.
Is that old Gouto with a beard? No, I imagine this is probably a different person that we've not seen yet before. The thing is, in the destruction phase, you play with Sentinels in 2025 and are piloted by some people that are from 1985, no? Well, that's the thing. It seems like a lot of the protagonists are from different time periods from 1985. So, to give Miura as the example, so he thought he was from 1944 and got time travel to 1985, but the thing that says that he's actually from 2188 would mean that him, Minami, and adult Takamiya are from 2188, or that thereabouts. 2104 is too far off from 2188 for them to be from that time period. So in terms of who are the original people from 1985, I think... who would it be? Ogata, maybe? And then... Minami... well, Minami does a lot of time traveling, so we don't know yet. So far, I think the only confirmed people we know are Juro Kurabe or Juro Izumi and Yakashiji are from 2025 each. And then everyone else is up for grabs because it could be time travel or it could be displacement of memories or anything else.
Now, even the human body can operate with all the power of a supercomputer. Interlocutors have paved the way for humanity's next step in evolution. For any one of us, all it takes is a thought, and we can have the world itself at our fingertips. With the brilliant minds at Newman driving our nanotech business, we look forward to a brighter future for Shikishima and all our affiliates.
With this acquisition, Shikishima now sits among the top 3 in global market share of interlocutors.
3 months prior to the Newman Inc. incident, Newman was acquired by the conglomerate Shikishima. With these interlocutors, apparently some kind of nanomachine information technology, they've become one of the world's top megacorps.
They kept talking about those interlocutors. You think that's the nanomachines inside our own bodies?
Most likely.
So Shikishima's at the heart of this, too. At least we know we weren't wrong. This all began in the future after all. Still, 2188. 2104 is the furthest we can shift into the future. It's a shame, but I don't think we can verify this ourselves. I think we should drop this lead for now. Better to focus on protecting Gouto-kun's hometown instead.
Maybe so. We're almost out of time, so we'll need to move quickly. Best to return to the school in the year 2064. We'll need the cooperation of the other 2 compatibles.
Gouto-kun, we should focus on putting the Sentinels through the combat sims. I hope you can join me.
Sure.
Okay. Final battle a few weeks earlier, destroyed city
My
in
apologies,
2025.
Miss Morimura. Making arrangements in 1985 proved somewhat difficult. I'm sorry we've had to remain here the past few days.
Not much we can do if it's an emergency. I have to ask, was it absolutely necessary to dress me up like this?
You are a child.
Does it bother you? Considering the age you appear, well, it struck me as the most inconspicuous choice.
Oh, this would be a really creepy thing for... Oh, she's a girl, but she's really got the mind of an adult, guys. You're not following?
You're not having trouble walking, are you, Miss Morimura?
You should probably just call me Chihiro. Otherwise we'll seem suspicious in public.
Okay, Chihiro. San.
Better drop the san, too.
Why, San? Oh, okay. I don't know what the honorifics are in Japan.
Honestly, I'm surprised you were able to find me at all.
A certain data log helped. I found records that your mind had been transferred into the young child standing before me.
Did you displace the existing memories?
This body is a juvenile clone of me.
Oh, okay, so... Alright, that's as close as a direct confirmation we can get. Morimura and Fuyusaka are technically different people because cloning is a thing.
I ran an experiment to see if I could restore my compatibility. It turned out to be a failure. That's why I sealed my memories.
Uh-huh.
I guess the log from that experiment got preserved.
Compatibility.
This compatibility, that'd be the ability to control the gate and the Sentinels?
And Fuyusaka can do the same thing.
You need compatibility to control the mainframe. I was once compatible myself. But after everything got rewound, I lost that power. Maybe it's hard for you to see how crucial that ability is, but you'll understand soon enough. What's going on with my actual body?
She's acting like a completely different person.
Oh, hang on. Your actual body and the clone. So the actual body's Fuyusaka?
My theory is that someone's taken control of her.
You're saying she got mind hacked?
She's clearly behaving very differently, at least.
No, he's talking about the adult version who is 31 years old, the school nurse.
It seems like she's working against the Sentinel project. It's like she's been influenced by 426. Or the man himself may just be wearing her face.
That certainly explains why you woke me up. Not much to go on, though. Either way, we'll have to do some more investigation. I can see it's been quite a while since my memories were sealed. 5 whole years. And now 4 sectors have gone dark. Talk about a rude awakening. First, you'd better catch me up on major developments in the last 5 years.
Easy enough. Hardly comfortable surroundings for a briefing, though.
Yeah, so we're in 2025. So 5 years ago, there may have been this kind of, people were feeling a bit unwell at the time, It was not a good time for anyone.
I'll explain over in 1985.
A few more weeks earlier, the UFO mainframe.
That should do it for preparations. Now, let's see if the biometric authentication works.
Alright, compatibility, consider.
This refers to the humans who can control the UFO's mainframe. Those compatible have nanomachines implanted in their bodies.
Okay.
Did it go through?
Gotta say, this game story is confusing already without the mind hacking. It's confusing in general, but it's supposed to be confusing, I think. You're supposed to be like, I don't know what this means and where it'll lead to, but once you unlock more of the things together, it'll all make sense once it's like laid out directly to you.
Looks like that got me past the initial barrier, at least. Now, with Miss Morimura's ID, I should be able to get into her logs.
Okay.
Found it. One of the logs she left behind.
Experiment log.
Today's date is March 2nd, 2100. Well, I guess there's no point in putting a date to these logs.
Actually, that's incredibly important.
I've probably got 4 years left until the invasion begins. I ran an experiment on my clone. I wanted to see if I could make her more compatible. I had more than enough data stored in Sector 0. She would have had all my memories. However, I could not establish compatibility in the clone. No more than I could in myself. Maybe there really is no way we can survive this.
Also, the existence of a clone with Chihiro implies that other people could make clones of themselves, and then you could just bioengineer more people to be yourself. And then you get into the ethics of, well, you created a clone of yourself. They're essentially two copies of the same person, but at different stages in their life and different amounts of memories. What happens to one or the other?
Not even Ida-kun knows about this experiment. I've kept this attempt secret from everyone. The memories I implanted in the clone have been sealed. I left her in 1940 under the Miura family's care. She'll be able to grow up as her own person. Someone separate from me.
But she never actually did that, though. We have not seen a Morimura that has grown up from 1944 to 1985.
Until they invade, at least.
That methodology sounds familiar. Was she basing this project off of those memory overriding crime reports? All in an effort to achieve compatibility? So compatibility isn't just a matter of differences in the nanomachines.
Video playback.
There's more. This file looks like the last thing recorded.
Final log.
Ida-kun didn't make it back either. The remaining Sentinels are infected. No good to us.
Ooh, infected.
We're running out of options. We'll have to resort to Operation Aegis.
And close the loop.
If we go that route, we'll be risking the future of humanity itself. How do I make the call on a decision like that? But I don't know how else he and I can survive this. This is my only chance.
Operation Aegis added to the thought cloud.
Ever since the battle that ended with the Sentinels infected, Miss Morimura has been pushing this operation as one of its fiercest supporters.
And the final log?
The final log that Chihiro Morimura left on the UFO. She speaks at length on Operation Aegis. Her goal is that he and she would ultimately survive, even at the cost of humanity's future. The question is, who is he?
Yeah, could be Tetsuya, could be Sekigahara, could be Juro. We just don't know.
Oh, that's puzzling. There's a log registered under my name. As far as I know, I've never recorded anything like this.
Gouto's log.
Renya Gouto speaking.
Hey, there we go. He was the president the whole time.
Did you confirm receipt of payment? Then I'm sure you can see to the details. Am I clear? I want her dead. Any means necessary.
So, this is old Gouto talking to young Sekigahara to kill 31-year-old Chihiro Morimura as the student nurse?
Execute her and stop the project. That's not my problem. It's in your hands now. Do you realize what'll happen if her project gets approved? It could ruin everything we've worked for. You know what must be done. Kill Chihiro Morimura.
Was that really me? That man was a Shikishima executive from the year 2188.
Yeah, I mean, if he's 16 years old-ish in 2104, then it's possible that could be him. because Tamao is 120 because of the nanomachines. So yeah, you know, it could line up.
Is that supposed to be my future? Seems like a private communications log. The other person on the line wasn't recorded. But it's clear enough what they're talking about. That was an assassination order on Chihiro Morimura, which I seem to have called in.
To be continued. Ooh, the second area is now unlockable. 5 mystery files obtained and 5 updated, and 2,000 meta chips. Alright, well, let's have a look at the mystery files. Okay. Renya Gouto comes from the future, the destroyed world of 2065. With calm and patience, he brings the Sentinel pilots together, always keeping an eye on their ultimate goal. He acts as a leader to the other students. Oh, I just realized 5 mystery files obtained and 5 updated means probably that all of the files that were obtained were updated. After seeing Morimura's logs in the mainframe, Gouto visits the Karabe house in 1945 to abduct Morimura's clone, Chihiro, and restore her original memories. Renya Gouto 2188, CEO of the large conglomerate, Shikishima. Chihiro! She's Chihiro Morimura's clone, created from the compatibility experiment. Upon birth, her original memories were sealed by Morimura, and she lived a normal life as Miura's little sister. However, once Renya Gouto saw Morimura's experiment log from March 2nd, 2100, he abducted her from the Miura house and awakened Morimura's sealed memories. Gouto is also the one who prepared her kindergartner outfit. The Aegis system, a terminal self-defense system. When the Aegis system is activated, the Kaiju won't be able to invade a specific range around it. It takes 2 minutes for the system to activate. And we've known about this for a while because we've done a lot of the destruction stages. The compatible. Those with the capacity to control the gates, Sentinels, and the mainframe. In an experiment to see if she could transfer her compatibility onto her clone, Morimura used her data which she had saved in Sector 0 to create her clone. However, this experiment failed to establish compatibility. And the Sentinels were ready for use after the 2104 Kaiju invasion. The first time they were actually used in battle was 2064, so they had to send them back in time already. Okay. Are there any more that were obtained? Goto's notebook, definitely. Okay. But other than that, I'm not sure what else was obtained. Alright. So, new wave, new stage. Second area, Shibogaki City. Ashitaba. This doesn't say where it is. Okay. Yeah. So it looks like waves 1 to 5 are technically available for us to do, but then it looks like there's a stopping point from 5 onwards because the rest are grayed out. We'll leave that for the time being, though. Let's go ahead and make a save. And then back to Remembrance. Oh! Gouto, protagonist with story progress at 80% or over, 12 needed. Currently only at 1. Ah, okay, well, yeah. Right, well, I think we said that we'll do prologues of characters, so let's go ahead and do the next one, which would be Nenji Ogata.